Everybody who's a hater, I would sure like to thank them. I'm Mr. Krabs, you're looking more like Plankton. Now let's see what Cosmo and Ron to do. Obtuse, rubber goose, green goose, guava juice. Powerpuff Girls taught me how to be the nicest by making sure I don't forget the sugar and the spices.
Okay, you beautiful passengers, welcome back to the back of the semi, and a couple things as usual before we start this episode. And this episode in general is Season 1, Episode 13. But first, I'd like to say sorry if I can't get as many episodes out of Big Hero 6 and DuckTales, and, well, the Owl House is on hiatus right now, so I don't have to worry about that one. But y'all get the gist of what I'm talking about. Big Hero 6 and DuckTales and stuff like that, they're a little bit of a different breed than another show that we're watching, and y'all probably feel like it's taken over the channel. But the other show that we're watching with RWBY, it's a little bit of a different breed. You can, literally, they're great to the fandom out there and reactors and other people that want to use their stuff. All they do is copyright claim it, and you can use a whole episode. They don't care. They just, they copyright claim. And really? If you try to counter that claim, they'll probably drop it as long as it's, not like you're just re-uploading their stuff. And since I can use the whole episode, I could just get those out that much quicker. So, yeah, it feels like RWBY's taking over the channel, but it's really not. These just take a lot longer to actually put together and then edit down. I know there's some people out there that can just do it like it's nothing, but considering I'm someone who drives about 2,500 miles a week, pretty much I'm going from New York to California on a weekly basis, and then the next week I'm coming back. That's not saying that that's what I'm doing. That's just using the mileage wise as an example. Give or take, that's close to the distance. I mean, it's 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week, and I'm still able to get some of this stuff out like I do. So I just wanted to make sure y'all know, hey, it's not, that I don't dislike, that I dislike this show and I like this one more and stuff like that. I'm just pressed for time sometimes, and this one takes longer to put together. But with that said, moderators, if you've made it this far without skipping, moderators, I'm kind of looking for moderators for various shows, because I know with the more people that sub over here and enjoy these reactions and my thoughts on stuff, the more I'm gonna need moderators to kind of be like, hey, that's a spoiler, click delete. So if people feel like that's a spoiler, I don't want it there to spoil me. So, and I'm one to read comments and reply back, so if people can get to it before me, y'all know what I mean. I'm looking for moderators for various shows, including this one. So hey, if you want to drop your name down there and say, hey, I'll mod and help you out a little bit, then cool beans, go ahead and do that. Other than that though, Season 1, Episode 13. I've rambled on long enough. I ain't even going to talk about the episode, so I mean, the only thing I'll say is the thumbnail right here looks like the gang's all here, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the gang's all here, and it looks like there's a movie poster there. I don't know. 3, 2, 1, and play. Kentucky Kaiju. Okay.
So, what is this movie about again?
No spoilers.
Wow, speaking of spoilers.
But every time's like the first time. Seriously?
And if you're wondering what I mean of speaking of spoilers, I said something at the beginning within the first 3-4 minutes.
Listen to Wasabi, all right? He's never loved anything this much. That's not true. I love corduroy.
Really?
Oh, that's nice. You have a thing.
Okay.
I will protect you. Now let's see how you do without Big Red.
Gotcha.
Really?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, Max.
Stay here.
Really? I'm made of this stuff.
Thank you. I said that in a previous episode. Wow.
Very carefully.
Globby. Wow, dude.
Got friends with firepower, kid, because you're useless without them.
Wanted doubt.
I did?
Yeah, I
Gosh, that's what I'm telling y'all. This villain,
Good we oft might win. Fearing
he doesn't care about the small battles.
That's what I was thinking
This
too.
time, all he
Let's
wanted to
see
do
what
was
the
plant
boy
that
genius
doubt
does
into
now.
Hero.
Racked with doubt.
You know, I don't disagree with Hero. Everybody else has their little super ability. Why can't he have something?
Right. Awesome.
Awesome.
You can definitely do better than. Wait, here it is! Come to me. Come to my hands. Just right here in my hands.
Wow, you are stronger than I thought.
What? This. Is that not a Kentucky kaiju? Well, yeah, it is.
Oh,
Bigger.
gosh.
Way bigger. Like as big as that giant crane bigger.
Oh.
Second. Heathcliff, I technically own everything here, right?
Let's do this.
Oh, crap.
La, 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 la.
Okay. Fa la 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 la. That's what Baymax had to say about it. Okay, Noodle Burger Boy.
Welcome to Drive-Thru.
Is it me, or are all the supervillains getting stronger lately?
Oh.
Whoops, I think I broke it.
Oh, there you go, Burger Boy. Now you're getting hurt.
Having trouble predicting what I'm gonna do?
And Burger Boy got away.
This is Nanodex. It's a smart fabric that can contract to enhance natural muscle movement.
Nice.
Impressive.
So great, Hiro.
It's just like the human fist. By day, he's just a big hand. But at night, the throat.
Oh, Fred.
You guys
Sometimes
won't have to have
your
my back. I'll have my own back. How?
ways annoy me, but sometimes they're just so awesome.
Morning, Aunt Cass.
Morning, Hero. Mr. Hamada. Who is throwing doors?
Professor Grayville, hey.
Sit.
This episode, y'all, it's
Yeah.
just...
Just,
What the heck? Whoa!
my bad, Carmi.
What is your problem?
Nothing.
Mr. Hamada, are you done destroying school property?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, I got my questions about you still. Granville.
It's really on there. Guys, weirdest thing. I'm just standing in the hallway, and out of nowhere, I get hit by a Hey, this is not my day.
Sorry, Fred.
Seems like
Oh,
there's no
gosh. Okay.
problem. Ugh.
Fred
Super straight.
is the MVP of this episode.
Choice.
Yeah, I would have gone with laser eyes.
Like these?
Maybe he knows some comic book way out of this.
That seems unlikely.
Desperate times.
More coffee.
Right there up
You're too
underneath their
How do you like
noses.
that blueberry scone?
Delightfully fruitful.
Well, they're in season.
Yummy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right
what to
there
say.
up underneath
Sorry,
their
my friend,
nose.
This is unprecedented in the comic book.
Wow.
multiverse, and I'm pretty familiar.
Great news, Fred. Wait a
Hey!
minute. You're not my son or my wife.
No.
So we got
I'm
Stan
sure
Lee
of
back.
Mr. Fredrickson.
Alright.
I guess I should go.
Hold it, your sleeve.
This, well.
You know,
it's
Stan
called
Lee
Nanodex.
just has a voice
It's a
meant for
smart fabric that can
cartoons.
contract to-
Enhanced natural muscle movement. Genius.
Fred, did you really? You did. Kentucky Kaiju.
Well, I hadn't really thought that through, but I mean, there's plenty I sure I.
Howdy, and hello.
This is just like when the human fist got laserized. It was kind of a stretch looking back, you know, because he was a hand, and hands don't have eyes.
That's a good point.
Thanks for the swell gizmo, miss.
Oh gosh! Oh! You made a Kentucky Kaiju
This is not good.
He's headed
just
toward
for
the city.
Noodle
We've
Burger
got
Boy to
stop
get it.
him.
I'm calling Skymax.
Yeah, Noodle Burger.
If I could
Uh-oh. Oh, what the heck? Where did you get flames from? That's a Fred thing.
Did you have to do the fire?
I was going for
Told ya.
accuracy.
Of course, now I regret that decision.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think I should just lay here for a while.
I'm telling y'all. I don't do many ships, but Go-Go and Fred, I'm telling y'all. They fit. Opposites attract. Dude, why didn't you just do an uppercut from the ground?
Come on, Hito.
You know, I like Honey Lemon, but the way she says hero annoys me. Everybody else says hero, but she says hero.
Please, don't hurt me. Whoops. Should have told you to watch your step.
Boy genius is definitely your thing.
Oh, whoa. I just had this crazy dream. I was caught by the Kentucky Kaiju. Also, laser eyes?
Fred, that really did happen.
Oh, right. Wow. Guys, seriously, sorry I inadvertently created a monster that almost destroyed the city. Ouch!
Yeah,
But
it happens.
who would have thought it could cause mayhem and destruction? Everyone, Fred.
It's a good thing you've got friends with firepower, kid, because you're useless without them.
He was trying to get in my head. Someone else was behind this.
But who?
That's what I need to know.
Well, I wanted to find out just how smart this boy is.
I'll bite. How smart is he?
Very. Alright, now. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but this villain, he's a top-notch villain. I will give them credit for that. Because he doesn't, I know I'm repeating myself, he does not care about winning the battles. He just wants to learn from the battles. That way, whenever he brings, the A game, he ultimately can win the war. Granted, this is Big Hero 6, and I know of at least 2 seasons of this so far. So, I'm pretty sure they beat him. How they beat him and what his entire plan is, on the other hand, no clue on any of that. But, I mean, his entire plan this whole episode was just to see how smart Hero was. And I thought at first it was just to get into his head. But it was just to see how smart is Hero. And is this thing now a camera? No, the camera angle was different than, him holding it in, that CPU in his hand. So, yeah, and the scary thing is, or at least if I was in Hero's shoes, the scary thing is this guy is right up underneath his nose, considering he was at his Aunt Cass's coffee shop and was right there sitting next to him. That is kind of a little scary all in itself, considering, he could have, there's so many different things he could do right there. Now, whenever he can take Aunt Cass out on a date, and the villain's right there at all times. I mean, this villain can do so many different things. He knows the identity of the Big Hero 6. He knows a lot of their weaknesses. He's got 2 moronic henchmen. Well, Noodle Burger Boy isn't really moronic. He's just a robot. Now, Globby, on the other hand, this villain here, he something weird about him. I mean, he surrounds himself with an oddball set of henchmen, and oh my gosh, it's so weird. And I mean, the episode itself, though, the episode was good, in my opinion. It was one of the better episodes of the season that I've watched so far. I mean, it gave us more plot development. It gave us more, more to this villain. It gave us more insight to Hero and some of his self-doubt and all that kind of stuff. And he has self-doubt, but he also understands now who he is in the team. He is the boy genius of the team. He's not got to have a super strength or nothing like that. He's got to be the brains of the operation. So he's coming into his own there. So it gave us a little bit of tidbits about everybody. So, and even Heathcliff, however we pronounce the butler's name, granted, yeah, I didn't say nothing during his parts, but he's pretty awesome too. I mean, he's got pretty cool character development as well, even though he's really just kind of, bland and, not bland, I don't know the right words for it. Not dark humor, but just a dry sense of humor. He's pretty cool. I like his butler, Heathcliff. I can't get the words out of my mouth now. But either way, there was a lot to this episode, and I definitely enjoyed it. We got Stan Lee back. We got a lot of stuff happening, and that's cool. Stan Lee was the ultimate person to tell him, look, you got to find what works for you, dude. Granted, yes, I'm paraphrasing, but, I think Stan Lee, his voice, it works perfect for, cartoons. Granted, unfortunately, we don't have him around anymore, but at least he lives on through all his guest appearances and all the comic books that we got just because of that man. I mean, him and Jack Kirby, they were the dynamic duo of their time when it came to comic books. But, that's a whole nother matter for a whole nother time. It is now y'all's turn. Y'all know what to do from here. Leave your comments down below. Hit the like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are.
I do.